Hey everyone, I figured it's a good time to post another video talking about gold, but this time I'd like to focus on fractional coins. So my last video on the best gold coin to stack, I was pretty focused on 1 ounce coins. And I'd still say that I see that 1 ounce coin being the best coin size if you're looking to say hold maybe between 10 and 100 coins. But it's pretty easy to say that when you're ignoring the fact that they're $1,600 per coin, give or take. So in other words, knowing what coin is best to hold on to doesn't really solve how to get your hands on it. And that is why I like these right here. So this is 1/4 ounce gold American Eagle. And a lot of what I'm about to say about this coin is going to apply equally to, say, like a 1/10 ounce coin. It's just that, the scale's a little bit different. So, and who knows, if gold continues to do what it's been doing the last 6 months or so, I might be looking at those 10th ounce coins instead. So, quick look at this coin. Very common coin. You've maybe seen it before. This one happens to be a 2020, not that that's real relevant, but it is a 1/4 ounce gold American Eagle. 22 karat coin, so I don't know how that works out. 91% gold, a little bit of silver, a little bit of copper. This is a hard coin. It's hard to scratch it. It's not necessarily meant for circulation, but it's a coin that's going to hold up really well. So there's a lot of reasons to like it. Now, I personally like it for more reasons than that. It just happens to be a very liquid coin. I think I mentioned previously that I used to grab sovereigns and 20 franc roosters, and those coins turned out to be really difficult to sell. This coin is not only easy to sell. I actually have dealers locally who, they love getting these. They'll definitely pay a premium. So any premium that goes into this coin, I've been able to get back out. Now, this particular coin, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little bit tired of it. I prefer the 24 karat gold. I really like the maples. And if the 1/4 ounce maples were 22 millimeters like diameter like these eagles were, I'd probably just go back and forth every other time I'd buy a maple. That is just a problem with my brain because they're a different size coin. I don't stack them together. Maybe that's something I need to go to therapy for. So the reason that I like fractional coins comes in really a few parts. So first, they help drive a consistent routine of purchasing gold. So it is hard for me to purchase 1 ounce coins each time I want to go in and grab something, or it's equally hard for me to save up for several months and then use that cash to go in and buy a coin. Now, it is a lot easier for me to develop a cadence around buying 1/4 ounce coins. They're obviously a much lower cost at 1/4 the price, plus a little bit of premium. I can grab these regularly, and then I can trade them up. Now, what I mentioned last time was having, effectively 1 to 3 of these coins and then trading them up. And I have changed gears on that. So instead of that process, I'll actually keep 4, and then I will try to build up 3 more. And when I get to that third, I grab that and some cash, and I head in and I trade it in for a 1 ounce coin. Now, at some point that'll change, but I have a goal in mind of how many of these I'd like to have, and so this helps me get to that goal. So, second, they're just easier to liquidate. Now, they're easier to sell, and I mean that in a couple ways. Not just that a local coin shop is going to want these over a 1 ounce coin. It's more a case of being able to sell a smaller amount. Same reason you'd keep coins, quarters, smaller bills. It's nice to have these in the event that you just want to sell some of it. I don't foresee needing to sell off gold in small chunks anytime soon, but who knows, as the price of gold continues to rise, that could be more important. 3, I think there's just a point where this coin is just going to make more sense to hold on to as a primary coin, so over the ounce. And I guess I think of that a little bit like a stock splitting, say like Apple splitting. It's just easier to purchase. And as the price of gold, spot price of gold, continues to go up, there might be a point where a quarter ounce gold is just the more popular coin than a 1 ounce coin. And for me personally, I don't think that's really too far off. So having a few tubes of these might make more sense than having, tubes of these. That's going to be really specific to each person, but I really like, I guess, the economics and the just the idea of these quarter ounces. They're a significant coin, and they're just one that I really like. So size-wise, just to talk about that real quick, let me see if I can open this up on camera without knocking everything over. So here's a quarter, and here's a quarter ounce of gold. And you often hear that they're about the same size. I guess I wouldn't say that. Quarter ounce gold is a fair amount smaller than that quarter. It is a heavy coin, though. It's a significant coin, and I've really kind of grown to like that size. Another reason I like fractional and the quarter ounce in particular is that the math is so familiar. So I haven't been buying silver for quite a while. It's been years now, but I miss the economics of it. So a tube of silver eagles is about the same as this quarter ounce gold coin. And I don't know, I kind of missed that feeling of accomplishment I got when I first started stacking with silver, where I would I'd fill a tube, and it was a good feeling. Now, geez, this is not what I mean by a tube. Don't make fun of me for putting these in airtights, but I do have a few of them that way. They were easier to grab, and I think that that's a better way to compare this. Let me zoom out. These coins, because I keep all the gold in airtights as well. So 20 of these is about the same price as one of these. So it's a significant amount, and I got really familiar with that spend. The amount it took to buy 20 silver eagles. Kind of sort of a great coin also. I just kind of fallen out of love with these things. But 20 of these, similar to one of these. I like that price point. Another way to look at it, what a mess. This is actually a more common way for me to hold on to silver. These are two 10-ounce bars. Again, about the same price as that 1/4 ounce, or to maybe make it fair, let me get the one that I took out. it's just such a difference, having to have a wheelbarrow for these guys versus just barely being able to hold on to these without losing it. I can't focus. All right, whatever. So what I've been thinking is that these 1/4 ounces, at some point, I hit that goal of the immediate number that I have in mind for what I should have for gold. And then if I switch to these 25 of these 1/4 ounce coins in a tube is kind of the new monster box. And again, it's kind of familiar territory, kind of that level of accomplishment when you hit that. I like that idea. So I would say that these aren't my favorite coins, eagles. They are the most liquid. There's no doubt, if you live in the States, that this is the one that's the easiest to sell. I would much prefer if they were a 24 karat coin. And I think that in the comments from the last video, two people pointed out that if the U.S. Mint kind of returned the quarter ounce gold buffalo, that was all they'd stack, and I might be on that same boat. So I would, I don't know, I'd really like quarter ounce versions of these. I think there was Justin and Kenny both mentioned that in the last video comments. I couldn't agree more. So other 22 millimeter coins, there are quite a few. And, at the moment I'm staying away from coins like the Queen's Beasts. I still think it's important to keep the bulk of my coins as liquid as possible. But, I would love to hear what you think about fractional coins. What's your favorite coin? That's which mint, which coin. What's your favorite size? Tell me why. I'm also curious if anyone else trades up. So 4 of these coins equals 1 ounce, or is it just kind of more a case of these are the best coins for you to hold on to? I think everyone kind of has different opinions. I'd love to hear about them. So let me know, and be sure to like and subscribe. Maybe next time I'll kind of get into my gripe about silver. Thanks, everyone.